From the first Daytona 500 to the 50th, the journey of NASCAR has been about more than racing. It has been about those who have taken the ride.
The new Daytona International Speedway, here, the modern American automobile, was forged in competition.
Some 200,000 race fans packed into Daytona International Speedway to watch history in the making, the 50th running of the great American race, the Daytona 500.
Seen in over 150 different countries.
Comfort of the green this time, bud. Check your belts, everything one last time. Great flag, great flag.
This is the prize that everybody wants badly.
Still outside the 11 there. There you go, 9 there with you.
Cars and their drivers, daring to learn about themselves. 500 miles from now, they will know. The race is on.
The story of NASCAR is brought together by family and drawn together by sacrifice. But before there was a NASCAR or a Daytona 500, there was Daytona Beach, an empty canvas that gave rise to the art of racing. It's been said auto racing was born the moment the second car was built. Daytona Beach was an early testing ground, and by the 1940s, races were a regular occurrence. Away from the beach, loosely organized underground races sprung up. Many of the same men who raced on sand honed their skills on dirt tracks and back roads. Racing wasn't the only way they had made their living. For men seeking fortune with their family car, it was racing by day, moonshine by night. Illegal whiskey runners called bootleggers would become the stars of NASCAR. Men like Junior Johnson and the Flock brothers competed in a sport created out of red clay roads. Those who outran the law were known as rebels, and when they outran each other, they became known as racers. Races were random one-time events, like horse races in 400-horsepower machines. Then, in 1947, stock car racers united at Daytona Beach to become one group, led by one man.
Tim, meet Bill France, president of NASCAR. It's nice to meet celebrities, but the only sights Tim really wants to see are automobiles. Well, almost the only sights.
Bill France was a family man with a rebel soul, a racer trying to outrun the Great Depression. He sold his Washington, D.C. service station, packed his family, including 2-year-old Bill Jr., and drove south to Daytona Beach, Florida. His plan? Organize a field of rebel racers into a sport made for the American family. On December 14th, 1947, in the Daytona Streamline Hotel, the National Association for Stock Car Auto Racing, NASCAR, was established.
Well, somebody's got to do what we do. We're the government. We're the policemen. If it's not us, it's got to be somebody else. Otherwise, you got chaos out there.
The crowd comes to its feet for the start of the race. Away they roar, 39 cars in all, flashing past the starter's flag on the first leg of this 150-lap battle.
NASCAR's early races featured the Fast 42 of Lee Petty.
I could go down to the Chrysler place and buy a Plymouth for $900. And I could take that car and win races with it.
On the shores of Daytona, Petty turned beach sand into gold dust. With 3 championships in the 1950s, he became the face of early NASCAR. Spectators from across America were drawn to the danger and spectacle of beach racing.
Last year on the beach, we had 27,000 people there. It was a very difficult race to run, collect the money. People could sneak in pretty easy. If you want to keep motorsports down here, we got to have a permanent facility.
In 1959, the Daytona International Speedway was built to become NASCAR's permanent home.